So, the first time I'm speaking with Mad Wolf in English. Holy shit, what's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing? Hello, guys. How are you?
So, if you guys don't know, like, Mad Wolf, it is, are you, like, one of the biggest Diablo Immortal content creators for the Brazilian audience?
Yeah, I think I might be one of the biggest of South America, but that's not saying much because the
Hey.
community of Diablo Immortal in South America is really small.
It's small, definitely smaller than English one, no?
Yeah, of course. That was a thing that I was thinking about, make a second channel about Diablo Immortal content in English because I don't have any way to grow anymore with Portuguese content. I'm just at the top. I don't have a large content.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Okay, I will not put like double down on Diablo Immortal. Just maybe try to try other game, you know?
Yeah, I see
Because
what you're saying.
I don't think like, because just understand this. Your benefit is that you are not the same as everyone else, right? And I think that's your leverage, you know, like in my opinion, the way I see it. So having a channel for like Portuguese and another for English, I think is gonna be like very taxing, very heavy for you, and I don't know if it's gonna be. But hey, if you wanna do it, fuck it. Who am I to say?
If I had at least one more 10 hours on my day, I could do it. Just a little more 10 hours.
Exactly. And maybe if you are single, no daughter, no, you know, or son.
Because I have a regular job, I'm a father, I'm a husband,
Yeah,
and I have to
exactly.
be a content creator. It's really demanding.
Ozar is asking, am I Turkish? No, I'm Portuguese. I'm Portuguese, man. I know I look Turkish, man. Like so many people have said that. So how have you been enjoying the game? Like, did you like the new updates, the nuances?
I like some changes that they made, but I think the most important things they are not taken into consideration. I don't know if you've seen before in Brazil, they have a really serious problem with hackers. There is a really shitty speed hack based on cheat engine,
Okay.
and it's a really big issue that making a lot of players stop playing. So that's something I try to tell Blizzard about, but no
So in
success so
your
far.
region, you have a lot of hackers in
Yeah,
battlegrounds.
yeah. I think I have a couple of videos about that. One in Portuguese, one in English. It's the same thing, the same hack. It's just a shit engine based hack.
So
It's
what does
just
the cheat does exactly?
it simply it gets the value of the game that counts the attack speeds and the time, the internal clock of the game. So it speeds up the attack speed, so they attack a lot faster, a lot faster.
Okay.
And their gems cooldown are so much faster. Gems cooldown, familiars, excellence, the gladiator, they keep proccing non-stop.
So it's like playing with steroids, right? Like everything is
Yeah.
just you know, massive movement speed, attack speed.
Yeah.
I may find. I think like maybe I found what one or twice a cheater, but it is very rare. I don't think I found like them a lot. Maybe it's like a region problem. Here, like
It
right
is.
now, I don't think like we, in terms of PvP, I will not say that. Chat, do you guys think in Europe we have like, or even in the USA, you guys have like cheaters problems, like speed hacking? I mean, we have bots, like farming bots. That's a problem, but I mean that doesn't really interfere with the PvP itself.
I mean, the biggest problem with that is not just the hack itself. It's because people are hacking, are making so many others stop playing, and
Yeah.
the community of Diablo that was already shrinking. I mean, like 13 people that started to play the game with me since the beginning, they simply sold their account, stopped playing just because of the hacks. Not because of the heavy pay to win, not because of some mechanics, the classes not being balanced. It's just the hacks.
Yeah,
But
because
just as,
it's annoying, right? Like, because like going and facing someone that it is a whale, I mean, they pay their way to be there, so it's like you are expecting that, but you're not expecting that they're gonna be paid to win, plus they are using cheats, you know. And yeah, I can see it's a very toxic thing, and it makes you not want to play the game. Like I feel like, because I'm a hardcore PvPer, if I start having a lot of cheaters on the battleground, that'll be a massive issue for me. That's 100%. Then he said there are cheaters from time to time, yes, but it's very rare. Like, I rarely get them. Yo, what's up, Blacklist? If you guys have any question for Mad Wolf, we're talking is a Brazilian content creator. He does content in Portuguese. Most of the players they play, it's like for you it's mainly Brazil, or it's like what I'm asking, like, does your server clusters are like the whole South America, or it's just Brazil?
it's this whole South America. It's pretty common
Oh,
to get with 2 or 3 top players that are 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍. They are top 12k, 11k res, and it's
okay.
pretty common to get with them in the battlegrounds when they get to the legend tier ranking on battlegrounds.
And they are not Brazilian.
No, 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍 is Mexican, and if I'm not mistaken, 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙍 is from Argentina. If I'm not mistaken.
So you have like two communities, that one is like Spanish speaking and the other is Portuguese speaking, right? Like in South America, or there is more? It
Because
is, those are the
in the
main two.
usual no, in the usual stuff, like I mean, on the server, just like on the servers, it's mostly Brazilian. It's
Oh,
99% Brazilian. But
okay.
when you get battlegrounds, we get paired a lot with South American everywhere.
Mm.
Argentina, Mexico, Uruguay, Chile. We get everything.
So tell me something. What is the bigger community? Is the Brazilian one, or like the other countries from South America? Which are the countries, like Argentina, Colombia, all these places they play?
I think the Brazilian is the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the currency in Brazil is not that it's not that lower compared to, I mean, the coin in Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Their currency are really, I mean, like $100 to $1, something like that. It's really, really bad. In Brazil, right now it's 6-1. So
So
even though go ahead.
no, that's why I remember, like, once I said that for me, if I could like make it the game in a way that you could not have alts, or the alt farming should be, I don't think like it should be bannable. I think alt farming itself, it should not exist, you know. I don't think like it's not like really beneficial for you to spend like so many more hours doing so much of like the same thing. It's just like, it is just a boring content, right? Like having 4, 6, 8, 16 alts, 32 alts, like I seen one guy. So whenever I said these comments in one video, I said, listen, I just think they should not exist because it's not like fun gameplay. Bro, I have like 10 people from South America, Spanish speaking, and like the thing is, like, they don't know that because I'm Portuguese, I know how to read also Spanish, so I know exactly what you were saying. But they were like, oh, this guy is crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, like there is no way that free to play could ever, you know, reach this and that. You know, so probably it has to do with the currency also, because it's an issue, right?
Yeah. One thing, just imagine this. Imagine if you're gonna buy a package that's $100, 100 euro. Let's
Okay.
just compare that. In
Okay.
Brazil, that's $500, 500 reais.
So
So
5x.
yeah, the minimum wage in Brazil is 1.6. So if someone tried to buy a package that, I don't know, an European or a North American
Wow.
would just pay, I don't know, less than a tenth of his salary, in Brazil have to pay a third of his salary. I mean, lower
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
lower
yeah. I see, I
percentage.
see. So
But
for us, 100 euros is like 10%, and 500 is like 33% for you guys. That's crazy.
Yep.
So only like massive, like super rich Brazilian people actually can pay to win, right?
Yeah. The average Brazilian, I mean, you can get to 3K, 4K max tops. Anything above that, dude, you gotta be rich.
Yeah, that's wild. Elijah is saying I like to play alts when I'm bored on my main. Like when I get bored on my main, I do like PvP or I don't play. You know, like I just go do something else.
You said something that I thought was interesting, because it's kind of what I was thinking about sometimes. Can you imagine if Blizzard just make a new server that there was no sort of interaction? Like you can't trade anything. It's just what you get, and that's it.
Yeah,
Totally free to play. Imagine what that would be like. How good Diablo Immortal would be like that.
Yeah, you just make it maybe like a store. You can buy some cosmetics or something to if you want to make some money out of that, and it'll be completely fine. And you can even make it if you want like reset. Like there's so many ways to go about this. You can make like seasonal
Seasons like Diablo 4.
Yeah, I'll make like, okay, every 6 months the server will reset, right? Or you know, I don't know, maybe, okay, if they're gonna make resets, probably you have to reach faster to like level 30 gear. You know, they had to bump like a few things, so it doesn't take you like 6 months to get to rank 30. Maybe it will take you like 1 month. They can make like proper adjustments, but I agree, man. Like if we had a free-to-play server with just cosmetics based, even as a test, I think it will be so fun. I'm pretty sure like most content creators, they will go there and they will play together, because that's also another thing. Like this game, sometimes I want to play with the audience. Is this a U server? Yeah, this is Pulse of Wisdom. Sometimes I want to play with them, but it's Pinto da Costa died today. What? Okay, so what he's saying is like the president of Porto died today. What? Okay, I have to confirm this. You know the Portuguese teams, Sporting, Benfica, and Porto. You know, like football?
Yeah, I do.
He fucking died. That's crazy. He actually died. So this guy, he was like, people say it was a lot of corruption and things, but he won a lot of things. I think it was the president with the most titles in the football ever. Anyways, I'm sorry, I just got off track. I got man, it feels bad, man. What were we talking about?
If they made a new free-to-play server.
Oh yeah, I think it will absolutely. I will 200% play on it. I think a lot of people probably will come back. People that quit because of the pay to win, they will come back to play on that server. And I think it'll just be a more interesting experience, you know?
Yeah.
Just bring something new into the game. I think like the game right now, it feels like it is in a state that a lot of mobile games get. That is like once they get like to the 3-year mark, they start cycling a lot of content. Like it feels like they stop putting like as much effort. And I don't think that's healthy. I don't think like Diablo Immortal is that small to already be cycling so much content. Like if you look at like the events, man, the events are always the same over and over. I actually stopped doing them, most of them. Like the ones that like the Wild Brawler and these ones that take like a lot of time, I just stopped doing them, you know?
And some of them are really bad. Really bad. The Trial of Hordes, dude, I don't know who invented that shit.
I know.
That's simply... dude, that's the worst.
That's absolutely the worst. But you know what is not the worst? Daniel coming up with a free-to-play gang. Thanks so much for the membership, man. No, but I agree, man. Like, I hate Trial of the Hordes. Like, and if anyone likes it, you're not my friend. That's that's just how it is, man. Like, you probably like you're twisted, man. No, but it's like Okay, imagine this. Trial of the Horse, the first times that you did, it was not that bad, right? Like maybe the second time was okay. The third time is like, oh my god, what I'm doing. But now, if you've been playing this game long enough, like I actually feel like if you've been a day one player, still playing Diablo Immortal, I can't imagine, man. Because like I've been playing for 10 months, and I think to myself, like, man, like sometimes there's nothing new on the game, you know, except like a build here and there that pops once in a while. How do you feel
Have you
that?
ever tried the... Dude, I started playing Diablo Immortal on Alpha, where I have to
Oh,
download a VPN to download the Diablo Immortal through the Australian Play
okay.
Store. So, dude, I played this game ever since it was talked about.
So that's
But
like 4 years, 5 years almost,
yeah,
no? Oh
yeah,
my god,
no,
you've
no,
been playing
no,
for
yeah,
five
no,
years?
4 years, 4 years,
Oh,
almost 4 years.
damn.
Because there was a time that the alpha there wasn't anything else to play, so I stopped playing, and I started playing when the game had the official release.
Yeah.
But I think Diablo got to a point that it simply Blizzard. I don't know if it's coming from Blizzard, but I actually don't know if I can say that on your live stream because it may get you in trouble since
What?
you're partner one. Uh, have you read the book from the guy that left Blizzard after they were bought by Activision? One of the
Uh,
top ones.
no, I didn't read, but you're talking about like that scandal that there was about the sex scandal.
Not regarding that, but
Okay.
one of
Okay.
their top directors left Blizzard, after Activision bought Blizzard,
Okay.
and he's simply stated that everything he heard inside was just try to get as much money as you can. That's simply the point, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah.
Because they had the potential to make stuff just going great. This new Jade event, it was, dude, if you made it to free to play players to get the 7 J's, just the seven with the seven first
Yeah.
manageable,
Yeah.
dude, that will make simply it will make a lot of people come back. A lot of people come back.
Yeah.
Because
So
imagine, I'm
let me
sorry.
just give some context to the chat. So what he's talking about is the Gem Surge event. So Made Wolf is saying that in his opinion, getting 7 polished jades should have been obtainable for free to play, because that will allow a lot of free to plays to get like a free 4 out of 5 upgrade. And I think that I actually think that will be a great idea.
They would get to the 3K resonance, they'd get the second wings, the third wings, I mean the 3K rings. Everyone would be happy. And it wouldn't make any difference to Blizzard whatsoever. Dude, maybe even people would start spending on the game. Because, I don't know, they get a Jade, rolling consequence, and they got to the 4 out of 5 stars. Now I'm going to make it degree 5, degree 6, level 6, level 5. Maybe they start investing in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe. But with that, the way it was, dude, it was almost 8,000 reais to get the event done.
To get like the 5 out of 5, 8,000.
Yeah,
So
it's
how much
almost
is
a year of salary.
Oh my god, that's why here I think he was how much it was if I wanted to go to a 5 out of 5 in euros. Do you guys know? Like 1,000, 2,000?
No, I don't think you would get that far because you have to get the full merchant skin completed and then the second one. After that, if I'm not, I don't think if I have still wrote down here. I had that on my notes. I don't know if I deleted that. Let me check. You still have to spend a lot of check press to get it.
Loyalty saying Trial of the Horse, I have just done grind to 2k. Yeah, you reach to gold 1, but like last time I couldn't even do that because like to reach to gold 1 is still gonna take you like 5 or 6 hours to grind, because like that's just like a lot of matches that you have to rotate with, right? I feel like they should make Trial of the Horse the ranking, because I think it's like 5 ranks. They should like just short it up. It should be like bronze 1, 2, and 3, silver 1, 2, and 3, and gold 1, 2, and 3, and legend, and that will be it. I think they have to short it up for the Trial of the Hordes. It's just like too many ranks. Nobody fucking likes to do that. If it is Survivor's Bane, I'm not doing that shit. I mean, Survivor's Bane, in my opinion, it is still the only that sometimes I see myself doing like casually, because Survivor's Bane, it really feels like I'm playing a different game. I just think like I'm playing, you know, Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
You know, is Vampire Survivors? Yeah, that's the name of the original game, right?
Yes.
Like such a simple, like that's how such a simple game like completely took over everything. And that game was like €3. Trial sucks. You have to play 100 games. Yeah, it's just like too time consuming in my opinion. €400 to get the chance to pick up the 5-star. No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one of like the gem search. If you wanted to get the upgrade of a 4-star to a 5-star. So you had like 400 euros. No, 400 euros to get like to 22 polish shades. But it was not 22 polish shades. What more? Was more, right?
No, the maximum was 22.
400 euros? Like that seems like very low.
No, it's more. You have to get
it's absolutely more.
You have to get fully the skin. I don't know how they are named in English. Galeria Fantasma, Mercado Fantasma, and then you'd have to get
the Phantom Market
2.6k. Yeah, you had to get them both, and then 2.6k in orbs.
So you needed to get the Phantom Market, and you also needed to get the Phantom Cosmetic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Phantom Market, and the other one was Phantom. What was the name of the other
Phantom
one?
Gallery, I think.
Phantom Gallery, exactly. No, that's too much. Like when I saw that patch, I'm gonna be honest, man. I was like, okay, Blizzard is not making this game for me. Like for me or for almost anyone. It's just like was a 100% a cash grab patch. And then you know what they did? Okay, let's throw like 2 stash tabs into the mix for the free-to-play, so you know, so we are still the good guys.
The thing is, last year they started so good. They gave us freely.
Let me put here
the what do you say? Despertar. When you have the gem, the level 4 gems, and you can. I forgot.
Oh, you're talking about like the new gem resonance system?
With the let just me check this in English.
All right.
É o despertar do item when you get the purple borders.
Oh, the awaken. To like rank 4 awakening slot. To awaken the slot.
They start so good because we had to get like 1,000 orbs to get it. Then they changed to 10k platinum and gave one for free for everyone.
Yeah.
Also, they changed so you don't have to have the level 10 gems. You had to have the level 5. Now it's only level 4. They started so well, and then it went up.
Yeah, I think like, I mean, as the game progresses, I think it's becoming more free-to-play friendly. In a way, like compared to whenever I played, and I'm certain compared to whenever other players started playing in the past, the game it is more friendly, free to play. And this game, absolutely, you can play it free to play. It's just like you just have to understand you're not gonna be as competitive, but you can still do something. However, I feel like the major issue that I'm finding is that after 6 months. I think this game lacks content for me to do. I'm not talking like what I mean. I don't mean like content. I don't consider content having to do like the weekly jams, having to do the terror rifts, having like these for me are like task lists. You know, every day or every week I have to do these tasks. I am talking about like PvE challenging content that I would like to do. Except I only feel like the only challenge that I have is PvP, but once I reach to like 4,000 rating, all I'm playing against is versus these whales, and I just start getting slightly bored of the game, you know? I feel like my fun after the 6 months it's just declining a lot.
If you had played the game before the Blood Knight, you see what I'm saying, because boss from 𝙀𝙑𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, they were challenging. They're fun. 𝙀𝙑𝙋𝘼𝙉 was a pain in the ass to get through. The twins were annoying. Vita was annoying, but they were challenging. There was something you wanted to get through. Now you just get I don't know, a 10k, a 5k, a 6k, and just push forward. You don't have any challenge in it. I get what you're saying. It's just
Yeah, it's boring.
It's
just
this is
boring.
not making content. They're just making it a job to make you stay more time on the game. So maybe you buy another package.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. I think like the dungeons, like this last one, it is so cool looking. Like, chat, can we agree? Like, it's so good. It is like a good job that they did on this boss. But then you just see all these whales. They just go and they kill it like so easily. Nobody has to do mechanics or anything, and I feel like that's the worst, man, because they are trying to create better bosses, but the scaling of the power inside the game, it is so out of control. And you got like the gap, because like I feel like before the Blood Knight, what happened, it was like between like a whale and a free-to-play or the mid-spender, the gap was not that much, right? So even if you had a whale, maybe it was not, they couldn't carry as hard as they can now. But now it's just like you have the free-to-plays with 1 and 2,000 resonance, and then you have like 9, 10, 11k resonance, you know, like, and even if you're like 7 or 8,000 resonance, you're gonna like just blast through those raids.
Yeah, because you had to play around the mechanics. Like 𝙀𝙑𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙁, you knew that the fucking poison bomb was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And the person that was gonna explode, you have to push them afar. And anyway, you had to go through the mechanics. Now you just push forward, you just kill it.
Yeah.
The thing is, on that time, like you were saying, the difference of resonance, the biggest resonance was 7.5k, but whales were 3k was a whale. It's not like the dude. You have 6k or no? There's no such thing. You have like 1 or 2 6k in the entire world. Besides JTs or business that do this from another level, from another dimension.
Yeah.
GG
all business. He was fun. He was a fun dude.
Besides that, you didn't have much people like that. And the second stats, I mean, you would get like what, 2k?
2,000.
3k, tops, and that would be a lot. Now you have 7, 8, 9, 10. Dude, I've seen a guy, I think Izuzent has 12k armor pen.
Jesus.
You can't do anything about that. It has 12k res, it has 7k armor and 12k armor pen.
Jesus.
What are you gonna do?
No,
and he gets super hackers.
And the game will keep increasing that way. That's why I feel like sometimes some kind of like new server or something like that will benefit. Or I feel like they have to bring like people closer to the resonance and the power, and then they can maybe start doing some challenging content. Because like imagine this, I am free to play. And I feel like I don't have any content in the game. I can't imagine if I was like 8 or 9k. I actually had a conversation with Abo the other day, and he's saying that it's so high resonance that anything he does in this game, it is not meaningful, because it just like blasts through the game no matter what, you know? So my thing is like, how can they actually can scale the PvE of the game whenever you have like, and even the PvP, whenever like you have like all these different powers of a character, you know? You have free to play, low resonance, low resonance, mid resonance, high resonance, you know? Then you have like the whales, you have the krakens. Like, it's just like so freaking hard to balance the game right now that I actually absolutely don't know what they are gonna do.
Have you ever tried any of the Perfect Styles, even the first or the second one?
Yeah, I played them both. Of course, dude.
The way they make seasons. Dude, I'm trying PoE 2 right now. Actually, I'm trying to change my channel to PoE 2. I wish that works, because the amount of content you can make is almost
endless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
can do
endless.
it. You can make a mage with a bow using quarterstaff skills and with plate armor. And there are tons of things to do. And when that season's over, you just leave it behind and go to a new one. I think the way Diablo Immortal works right now, there are some things that Blizzard has to fix before starting, starting that, like the charms. They are mostly useless.
Yeah.
The way the bonus that you get from the legendary items on level 6, 11, 26, the family.
Reforce.
Yeah, that has to change. It's good, but you can only use the same 10
Yeah.
tops.
Yeah.
It's
But
5 to PvP,
we need
5
more
to
like
PvP.
loadouts. Also, I think we need more ways to get reforged stones. I don't understand why reforged stones are like this resource that you can only get from PvP, and like the seasons they last like 3 months, so pretty much you can only have like 100 or 80 reforged stones every 3 months. It just doesn't make it. I know you can buy them with the platinum, but that's not like really feasible for someone that you know, is low spender or even like free to play. It's just not beneficial to go and spend plat in it, in my opinion.
I agree.
But
Totally agree with you.
yeah, I will say that it's gonna be very hard for them, because like to change to a seasonal way, and because like some people that play Diablo Immortal, they don't like the seasonal thing. They enjoy, and I will say personally, I kind of enjoy the fact that. And I think one of the things that kind of hooked me up to Diablo Immortal is that the progression. I think like, but we're talking about the beginning of the progression, like the first 6 months. I keep mentioning this time gate because like it feels kind of good to play the game, because every day you're logging in, every day you're doing something new, every day, you know, you can feel like the power coming in. But after 6 months, the game just gets like really dry. So. But still, I enjoy that my character keeps getting more powerful. Like, I reminds me a bit of like World of Warcraft, you know, that I played my character from like level 1, then level 60, then the expansion, level 70, level 80, and all these things. So it was always my only one character, and I enjoy that. So I think that's the reason why a lot of people play Diablo Immortal, is because it's not seasons.
Have you ever played Ion
Yes,
from the same company of Lineage?
I
Do you
played
remember
it.
how fun that PvP was?
It was very fun with the wings. If you guys don't know, Ion is like this Asian game that it was like demons versus angels, and everyone had wings. And but I will say like the PvP when they were flying was a bit clunky. But it was fun. It was a fun game. You know, like I had my class was gladiator, and I managed to get that 𝙀𝙑𝙋𝘼𝙉. You remember? Like I don't know if your game was the extensible. You had like a spear.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you could extend. It was so fucking OP. I loved Iron. I played for a few months. I don't think I played for the. You know what's made me stop playing the game? It was like the time slots. Like you could only do PvP at a certain time, the same as like Diablo Immortal, but the PvP slot was in the same time as my classes, and I used to skip class to try to go do PvP to get the plus 10, and then my mom found out, and I had to stop playing Iron.
I see. I'm remembering about Ion because I love the way the PvP works when you had to invade the other territory. That was fun as AF. But what I just want to bring to the table is when you had the PvP, you had to get points to the PvP to craft your gear.
Yeah.
And the gear was unique, and some gears, after a while, some gears were seasonal. So imagine if you just have a battleground. I don't know what kind of map they would make, but with that point to craft a gear, like a system close to the curse items we have now, but with unique options that you could always put on the next item.
That you'll get specifically only from PvP?
Only from PvP.
Oh, that will get so many
And
people
for that
mad.
season.
That will get so
And
many
for
people
that
mad.
season.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, but it would make the game so much more challenging.
It's like you have to, like, I understand, and for PvPers, I will put those powers, but they could only be used in PvP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So you make like this. I think that will be fun, but I don't think like forcing PvEers to go do PvP, it's a good thing, because a lot of people, they just don't like PvP. It's crazy to me to think that, but that's true. Most people, I will say like 90% of the players, they just play this game, they log in, they kill some mobs, they do some dungeons, and that's it. That's where he ends, you know.
Because we have the hardcore Diablo fans that just start playing Diablo Immortal because they were playing the Diablo 3, Diablo 4, and saw that on Play Store or iOS Store and wanted to see what it's like, the story behind the game, what it's like.
Yeah,
I get that.
yeah.
But what makes the game, I mean, why Genshin Impact is one of the top mobile games? Because it's challenging. Besides the complete pay-to-win nonsense, it's challenging. It's something unique that we have to get to do.
But as a free-to-play player, you can still, most of the times, clear the content, which is good.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to be pay-to-win. Of course, you probably have to spend more time. That's obvious. But like, they put a lot of efforts on the story. I think like I would like to have a bit more story. I feel like I wish I could have in Diablo Immortal, but I just don't think like there's enough money or player base to be feasible to every major patch. We had a bit of upgrade on the campaign. I'm not like a huge story guy, but I remember whenever I played on 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉, which is the same company as the Genshin Impact, every major patch, you had like 3 or 4 hours of like more story coming into the game. It was great. I loved it, and high quality with cutscenes and all these things. It was absolutely really good. But that's a story game. It is mainly PvE. People don't really do any PvP. And what do you think about this? Imagine a world that Diablo Immortal will never had PvP. Do you think Diablo Immortal would have been more successful? Mainly a PvE game?
I don't know, because the main issue with Diablo Immortal on the first actually Diablo Immortal full history is just full of shit, because that was that BlizzCon that they announced Diablo Immortal, everyone expecting Diablo 4. Then when they launched the game, you had all that bad media about you had to play Diablo Immortal for 50 years to make it to top level, top whatever. And then Blizzard started to make more pay-to-win mechanics. Like, okay, 7.5k res. What can I do now? Okay, just go to 9. Go to 10, 11, 12, 13. When are they going to stop?
Yeah.
That's one issue with the game, but if they simply make the game more history-like, I mean, like, imagine everything in the game, like, besides the battleground, everything besides the battleground, you still have the clans, the guild war, the Vigil of Blades, the whole mortal shenanigans. I think the game would have made more success, because the bad media would not have hurt it so bad.
Yeah. I feel like the PvP, it was the PvP and PvP pay to win. A lot of people, they just dislike that. Other, like, very few, they like that, you know. And I don't think that will ever change. Personally, I think that if Diablo Immortal never had the PvP, probably we'll be talking a more successful game. But probably a game that I will maybe not be playing, or maybe I will, because like every time we bring other examples, we're talking about like Diablo 4 or Path of Exile or this or that is better ARPGs, and none of these ones, they have PvP. So really what makes Diablo Immortal different from the rest is like the fact that it has PvP. And I don't count like the dog shit attempt that Diablo 4 had on PvP. That's not PvP, okay? That was like, it was just like very wild. So I just feel like personally, and this is just like my hot take, okay? So you have like League of Legends, which is a dedicated PvP player experience, or Valorant, or all these games, right? It's just like their thing is like you just log in. It's like it's the same as you going here to the battlegrounds, right? It's like always the same thing. And then you have other games that they are just like PvE, like Path of Exile, Diablo 4, and all these things. So whenever you mainly focus on one of the spectrums, I think it is way easier to balance the game than whenever you're trying to have like a mix of them. And it's just like everything becomes like mid, you know, like you have mid experience, like you have a very average experience when it comes to the PvP, and you have a very average experience when it comes to PvE. You know, nothing of no side it is actually great. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they don't excel on anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It's almost like a vanilla experience.
Yeah, it's just like nothing, because like they cannot put all the eggs in one basket and make it great, you know, because the others, they all have to be worried about the balancing. Like whenever they make the new instance, they have to make the instance in a way that, oh, it has to work for PvE and PvP, but like this is like, it's harder. It is definitely a harder job, and and it's just like way more things to manage. I will believe that probably I will be playing Diablo Immortal if it was just a PvE game. I will say that I enjoy the fact that there is PvP, but I don't think the PvP in this game it's good. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like this is probably, when it comes to PvP, first is a very super easy game when it comes to PvP. I don't think like, if you are like decently skilled, you're gonna be great at this game. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like the level of skill in this game that you need,
Yeah.
compared to other PvP games, is very low. And
You don't.
like I'm comparing, like, because I used to be like a like top rank in arenas in World of Warcraft, right? Like that was a fucking hard game to play.
Because you have some games where you have like specific mechanics. Like I don't know if you guys played like one brief example, Cabal Online, where you have to use the skills in order on the right time set, so you could combo them and then use another. That was hard to master. But Diablo Immortal, you just, you have the same 4 skills, you just use them. You can choose if you're gonna, I don't know, flowing strikes, if it's gonna do that dash, or if you're gonna just stun on area. You have that difference, but it's not mechanically hard.
You
It's
know
not
why
difficult to master.
you know why it's becoming even easier is because every build, most of the builds now, it's like this. Like I just pressed like 3 buttons out of my 4 buttons, which are buffs. So it's like automated. I don't need to do anything. They will activate by themselves. So I activate 3 buffs, and then I click 1 button, which is gonna make me spin. So the direction that this game is going more and more is like everything, it is around buffs. You very rarely have to aim any skill. And whenever everything is automated and everything is like huge and AoE, and everything is like AoE stun and like things, it becomes like very, very easy to play. But I will say 1 to 10 the PvP experience in this game, I think I will put it like around a 3. It is probably, I'm not saying it can, like, just because the 3 doesn't mean like it cannot be fun. You cannot have fun in PvP. I am saying compared to other games that I played personally, I feel like it is a very mid to or below average experience, especially whenever you have like such a difference between like pay to win and free to play. It's just like, at least whenever you're playing like League of Legends or Counter-Strike or all these things, like things are like slightly even. But here the skill doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters a bit but it doesn't matter as you. It doesn't matter as much as you having a heavy wallet, right?
Yeah.
Then he's saying every skill is automatic, is dog shit for PvP. I absolutely agree with that. I feel like, but that's the thing. Like you're gonna always try to make like the best build for PvP, and if the best build in the meta it is to buff up and then just spam your hammer or something like that, that's what you're gonna do. And if you're a barbarian, you don't have 4 skills. You actually always have 3 skills because one of them will always have to be Undying Rage. You know?
Yeah.
Just
like Necromancer is gonna have to use their Undying Rage.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could be here talking for a long time about it. Like I personally think like there's these will always be, and this was my recent realization, and I feel like I stopped being as frustrated to the game because I'm a hardcore player, but I just realized and I have to accept the fact this will always be a very casual game. This is, at the end of the day, it is a mobile game, and the expectations of a hardcore player or a hardcore grinder will never be matched. There is not enough content for you to keep grinding, especially after a while in the game, and that's just it. That's just how it is. So if you start seeing the game as a casual game, it is what it's gonna be. I don't think the game will ever change that. I don't think so.
The main issue is that Blizzard doesn't allow you to become casual, because you have to do assembly, you have to do the mortal stuff, you have to do the vault, you have some stuff that you're obliged to do, or else you're gonna lose a lot of resources.
No, but even so, like, okay, what I say by a casual, I mean a casual for me personally, it is someone that puts like 2 hours per day in the game.
Okay.
A casual gamer, between 1 and 2 hours. Okay, like this game I think is doable, and I think a very casual person is like someone that spends less than 1 hour per day. Hardcore I think is anything above like 4 hours above. If you spend like 4 hours playing this game a day, you're like a hardcore. But do you have content enough to do besides like spamming battlegrounds?
No.
That's
one of the things that I keep talking to my wife, because she's helping a lot with the channel, with the moderation of the channel, is that I can't play on. We have that Discord that the content creators use. We talk about stuff, what to do.
Yeah.
We don't have much stuff to talk about. We can't program ourselves like, I'm gonna make a video about this stuff. It's gonna be really nice. And I'm gonna post next week. You can't do that. You have to post the things that simply show up. The patch notes on Monday, the updates on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you are, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of depth, and which can lead also for the content creators to be a bit frustrated. That it's hard sometimes to pump the content that you want to do, right? But
right.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
It's already 10:30. I'm getting extremely starving, but hey, man, happy to speak with you again. If you ever want to come here on the stream again, really nice to actually be able to connect after so long. And I absolutely love what you do. I love what you do for the Brazilian community. I see sometimes some Brazilians also come here in the channel and say, "Oh, you're Portuguese," like it's funny. And if chat, I'm gonna link your channel, and if you guys want to go there, you want to give him some support, of course, like he does content in English, in Portuguese, so maybe many of you will not be able to do it, but in any ways, if any Portuguese or Brazilian it is in the chat, definitely go and check it out, because it makes great content. So Matt, you want to say anything to the chat before we go?
Dude, thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun talking to you. It's a lot of fun talking to someone that's enjoying the game, that's thinking about the game, and is smart enough to try different stuff. before just raising and repeat, what is all that I'm seeing about Diablo Immortal right now.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for having me. And I have English subtitles on my video, by the way. That's something I'm trying to put on every video, but I'm trying to.
Okay,
do.
so you got English subtitles, man. So after all, you guys can all go and check. So hey, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to everyone that is in the chat. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have some food, man. It's like very, very late. And hopefully tomorrow I will come here on the stream once again. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace.